The time is upon us. Dawn of War 4 has just been announced at Gamescom, and today we're going to go through the teaser trailer. It's about 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the actual teaser trailer. You can just go ahead and watch that if you don't want to hear me ramble through this. I have personally already played the game, and I have a first impressions video coming out roughly, let's just say tomorrow. I was going to say 10 hours from now is when that embargo is, so probably about sometime tomorrow, where I have already played the game. I have played only with the Space Marines, but we'll give you more information about that. I'm under an NDA, so I can't share much more, but we do have plenty of information. So in my typical fashion of upfronting the knowledge in my videos, let me just give you the down and dirty of what we know so far about Dawn of War from the press release. Of course, I'll tell you more tomorrow, but can't say it now. There are NDAs. So as of now, we know that Dawn of War is coming out with 4 story campaigns with 70 plus total missions. We're going to have a lot of playable commanders, 10 plus in fact, a ton of units, 4 factions. We're going to be launch factions are going to be Orcs, Space Marines, Necrons, and Admech. Almost said Eldar. That's not in this game, but Admech. So those are going to be your 4 factions, and then we're going to have an army painter that's going to be in the launch version of the game, as well as multiplayer with 1v1, 2v2s, and 3v3s. And then we'll also have a last stand mode all built in, and AI skirmishes as well. So 4 campaigns, AI skirmishes, multiplayer mode, and a last stand mode, as well as an army painter, are all going to be basically your first on offer when the game jumps live. It does take place too right after the events of Dawn of War Dark Crusade. So that's the too long didn't watch this entire video. If that is all you wanted to know, please feel free to just go ahead and shut the video down. You're going to find a link to the trailer again below, and to the Steam page. You can go ahead and check those out. But I want to be respectful of your time. So again, if that's all you want to know, head on out. Before you do head out, if you found the information in this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe, as each one of those things helps me out in a huge way. Also, you can find my Twitch linked below, where I'll be streaming this game. Right now I'm playing Warframe, plenty of other ones to come, but go ahead and follow me there. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday here. But let's get started on the Dawn of War announcement. So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch through this teaser trailer. I'm a YouTuber. I need to make money. I make money by having at least 8-minute videos. So I'm going to drag this on to 8 minutes. It won't just be aimless speaking. I'm a long-winded person, so it'll be a pretty natural 8 minutes. I'm sure I'll probably get to 15, but just a heads up. I just want to be totally transparent with you. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the volume down on this just a little bit. It's easier to do this. I'm clearly watching it on Windows Media Player. I sent this ahead of time. So starting off with Spike Spiegel as a narrator here. You know what? Let's just let this roll.
We are the wrath of the Emperor, his angels of death. But the Imperium lies broken, its armies scattered and reeling. Our foes rise to drag us down, and the galaxy has been torn asunder. On the world of Cronus, we make our stand. We are the Blood Ravens. There is no victory to claim here, only vengeance to enact. Whilst even one of us lives, we fight. For only in death does duty end.
Ooh, man. That's pretty good. There's a little bit more, but I don't think there's... Oh, there is. It's just kind of music. Now, I'll be talking over this during the next video. I know a lot of what's going on here, but again, non-disclosure agreements prevent me from talking about stuff like that. But we'll be seeing plenty of stuff. I'll just talk about literally what we see in this section once we kind of go back into it. But plenty of chaos to come with Dawn of War 4. And I'm really excited about it, right? We kind of got to jump through this here. We get almost like a rehash of the Dawn of War 1. This is like the same banner, right? The rehash of the Dawn of War 1 cinematic. Those same kind of story beats, a similar kind of world. And we have the Blood Ravens making a come back here, just ready to steal everyone's relics. There was a really fun theory that the Blood Ravens were in some way linked to an uncorrupted version of the Gene Seed for the Thousand Suns, and I always really liked that headcanon, and I really wish they had kind of played with it a little bit more. It was played with the Dawn of War series, and it didn't really go much of anything out, but I thought that was really a cool one. But we can see plenty of Necron stuff. We see just a little bit of AdMech, more of the latter three, right? We saw Space Marines, Necrons, and Orcs, way more than AdMech in any of this teaser. And I think it's an exciting mix of factions. The original launch factions were Eldar, Space Marines, Greenskins, or Orcs, sorry, and Chaos, which are four really good ones, I think. But I really like bringing Necrons and AdMech into this. I think they offer two just different sets of armies, and I think that that's fun and exciting in a really refreshing way. I think we've played Dawn of War with Eldar a lot, and I'm excited to kind of swap basically AdMech with Eldar, and I think it's a really fun take, or maybe AdMech with Eldar and Necrons with Chaos. Now, of course, if we kind of think of the lineage of Dawn of War, it's needless to say we'll probably be seeing Chaos coming in. We'll probably be seeing Eldar coming in. Actually, I would have really liked to have seen like Dark Eldar as a starting faction, and that's just someone who's a big Dark Eldar fan. But let's take a look really quick here. See some kind of units that we can take a look at. We have obviously the new Dreadnoughts over here, the Primaris Dreadnoughts. We have plenty of Primaris, so nothing's firstborn in this, right? It's all Primaris units. We have plenty of Necrons, Necron Walkers, and I'm terrible with Necron names. I've not played Necrons in ages. What I love though is watch the gauze weaponry of the Necrons. It just looks so crispy. No pun intended, as a smoldering pyre. But look at those things, man. It looks so good. Looks so good. And we get right here, we get a little bit of a taste of some AdMech. We get the cool guys who look like they're from the. God, does anyone else play the? It was a baseball game for the original Nintendo. It was like Base Wars, and you could have a guy who would run and have treads. He looked just like these guys. And then you have the dudes with they don't have the axes, but they come at you with the electric hands of doom. And we have some greenskins, orcs. I forget we're not playing Warhammer Fantasy anymore. And into this, we have a lot of the conventions that we had from previous Dawn of Wars, wherein the orcs have emplacements on top of their buildings, which is cool. It adds a lot of chaos when you're attacking them, right? From the previous Dawn of Wars, that's what we know. We can see too that there's a wall mechanic as well for the orcs up here in the upper left. A lot of interesting mechanics too as we look over here. We can see their build menu. So we're getting a typical kind of build up a base like we've seen. The pacing is going to be an interesting question, which we'll answer later. But I like from what you can see from just this. Look at that. We got some, not big boys, armored knobs, I think it was, and the new dreadnought. And the old dreadnoughts, the old killer cans for orcs were so cool looking. And look at how these dreadnoughts move, man. Like, I love it. Like, that is some smooth. Look at those sync kills. It is smooth and juicy. And we have an executioner up here. All sorts of fun action happening across this battlefield as well. Another one of those dreadnoughts. Is that? No, that's just a building right there. We can see basically just orc boys throughout this. We see a lot of Primaris. We see Eradicators right here is what it looks like. And you can also see it displayed down here at the bottom too. So what's interesting too is that we're going to be getting a UI that is reminiscent to a Total War, right? Where you have unit cards at the bottom of the screen. We didn't have that before. Dawn of War 1, 2, and 3, you had unit placards over here on the right that would give you an indication. So a different UI altogether. But I do like it. It's a little bit cleaner of a UI, I think. And it looks like it's kind of like an organic one, right? Like, okay, we pressed this button and this all popped up. So it looks like it can collapse in on itself. Now, the developer for this is King Art Games, and if you don't know who King Art Games is, it's the same people who made Iron Harvest. If you don't know what Iron Harvest is, if you've ever played the board game Scythe, it uses the same art style, where it's kind of an alternative 1920s World War I era, and it's really cool art style. Iron Harvest, if you've not played it, you definitely should. It's more of like a Company of Heroes style of RTS. I think it's probably like $20. It's probably on some sort of sale right now. But it was a game that kind of went under the radar. So if you've never heard of King Art Studios or King Art Games, it's only logical you'd be like, well, why do these guys have this IP? What happened to Relic? And Dawn of War 3 was not well received. Personally, I love Dawn of War 3. And I know that I know that I sit on like a fringe of that not many people agree with that in any way. But I really enjoy Dawn of War 3. But they've not been having a good showing of a lot of other games that they've typically covered. So I think handing it off to kind of an up-and-coming company that's trying to really cut their teeth in more AAA or a real AAA arena, I think is a good approach. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for Dawn of War 4 across what the DLC is going to look like, what that roadmap is going to look like. We don't know any of those things yet, right? But stay tuned for tomorrow, where I go through what the gameplay of the game feels like, my impressions of it, and what have you. I can't get into much of that now, as I've said so many times in this video, but I'm excited to show it to you guys. I'm excited to kind of give you some more information on it. I did not see this coming, and this is probably the game I'm now most excited for coming in 2026, for the exception of like, I don't know, like GTA, but I don't even think I'm actually going to play GTA. I didn't even play the last one. But either way, thank you so much for watching here today. Be on the lookout for that video coming out that covers my first impressions of Dawn of War 4, but have a good one and take care.